You know how many people have broken into my house? Like front door. Psh,
No.
Yeah, scary. We were all sleeping. Was in the house for maybe 15, 20 minutes while we were sleeping.
15, 20 minutes?
Yeah. And I was just like very over excessive with that lifestyle because I like didn't have that college life. So I kind of like went off on like the partying. You know, a lot of us are like 27, 28, 29. I'm 30. This lifestyle will catch up to us.
What's the look? Are you into blondes, brunettes?
Like medium rare. We're talking about burgers, right? I started having panic attacks. From then till now, I've been trying to figure out like what medication to take. What should I be doing? That's why I started working out. That's why I'm eating better. I'm making these changes to just feel better.
This episode is sponsored by BetterHelp.
I've always felt like marriage was this construct that like I feel like people were like pressured to do.
Yeah.
Like I think marriage and dating are like the same thing. They're pretty much the same thing, right? They're like,
I mean, yeah.
When there's a couple that's a boyfriend and girlfriend, to me, they're married.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
that's how strong it is to me. I think I'm a very, like, in my head, I'm a very loyal person too.
So
like,
does it take you a lot before you call someone your girlfriend?
Yes. Oh my, yeah, no. Like meeting my family, bringing them back home. Absolutely. I would,
See,
in my
that's
head,
funny.
we are married already. Like, this is who I'm spending the rest of my
He
life
called me
with.
his girlfriend before he like asked me to be his girlfriend.
But that's how it would be too. Like after the first date, like I can sense.
You're like,
I'm weak when it comes
do
to
you
that.
call it a date or do you like? I'm like
Oh,
asking
you
you
see-
questions that should be on the podcast.
Yeah, oh yeah, we should wait.
so good.
Oh, but you see, the way we
So
record is that we literally start the podcast as we're setting up.
You're kidding.
Oh.
That's genius.
Yeah, just if you don't take it seriously, then nobody will ever pick at it. We just press record. We started there. You know, sometimes people are walking through the camera. It's okay.
The own of our podcast, we say "What's up, dudes?" Don't ask why. I don't
Okay.
even really know why, but
It
it's
happens,
just
yeah.
we just say that. So if you want to join us, you can say "What's up, dudes?" with
What's
us.
up, dudes?
Yeah, here
Okay.
we go. And in 3, 2, 1.
What's up, dudes? Wow.
And welcome back to the Unplanned podcast.
Yeah, baby.
This is a lot
Thank
of
you
energy.
for having me. I'm so excited to be here.
We are joined today by Zane from One Direction. Just so honored to have you here. Honestly,
Tuck. Don't do that, man. I'll sing the whole song.
Give us a little bit there.
Pillow talk.
Wow. I can't believe we get to be graced by Zane.
Dude, I was looking at your YouTube channel the other day, and I was actually like really blown away by how good your singing voice was. Because the first video that popped up was your rendition of WAP.
Yeah,
and it was so good.
So I cringe at that video now. I whenever I do a video like that, I'm like, it's so fun in the moment, and I post it, and a month later, I'm just like, why did I post that? That's so bad. I think that if I started practicing to sing when I was younger, I think I'd be
Broadway.
really good now because I do have like. I'm not a good singer, but I know I can follow a note, right? So like when I'm in a car full of friends and we're all singing, I tend to be. I've never discussed with my friends if they watch this. This is embarrassing. They're gonna be like, "What is he talking about?" I feel like out of most of my friends, I can like get as close to the artist singing as anybody else. Like when it comes to like their note, they're like
Mariah Carey.
Yeah, I don't even know the words for like how, like with your notes and how you sing, but I can get
You have it there. It's in there somewhere.
Really good. I was watching that video. I was dying laughing. Like it was so funny. I don't know why you say you'd cringe at that because I thought it was like the funniest
production value was there.
I know, and that's what makes me cringe. Is like it's too high production. I don't like high production
but
stuff.
You had like Addison Rae in the choir in the back, like just singing back there, and you're on your knees.
If you do another one, put Matt in it. He's a show choir guy, not show choir, but he's a musical guy.
I just released like my first 2 songs. So hey, if you want to collab,
oh, you sing?
I do.
He does.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's amazing. I wish I could sing.
But you can. But you actually can.
So, like, some people can't even match pitch.
There's a lot of work on those like videos of me singing.
Really?
I swear there's like auto tune. There is a lot on there. You don't even notice.
Well, Zane actually, for those of you who don't know Zane, he's not part of One Direction. He got off with Vine and was part of the Vlog Squad, and now he has a podcast with his best friend Heath.
Yeah.
And we're just stoked to have you, man. This is
thank you. I appreciate it.
Thanks for having us in your living room, by the way.
Oh, of course. We're in my house, by the way, guys.
Yeah.
I right before this, I had to do an interview, and it took so long, and I felt really bad. I really want to come to Malibu, but I made them come here.
Bro,
No
all
worries.
good.
Thanks for letting our
so
kids.
bad.
We came here with our 2 kids. We have our baby. One of our babies is
We literally
with
pitched
our
a tent
sister-in-law.
in your spare room.
Yeah, there is so much room here. We were actually gonna do this episode in my bed, which would have been really funny,
Yes.
but I think it would have been just more comfortable. At some point I'd been like, "Are you guys? Is it okay that you
Hey,
guys are on my bed?"
We go with the flow.
Dude, I low-key thought it'd be so funny to do like our first ever podcast in a bed, but then once the living room opened up, I didn't want to be weird and be like, actually, let's go
your
film
bed.
Oh
in the
my
bed.
God! You know what? I should have at least offered it. I'd have been like, "Hey, we have the living room now, but we could do it in my bedroom. So if you want," I should have said that. That was completely my fault. And I feel so bad that you're saying that right now because that'd have been really funny. That'd have been really funny. But next time. It's just me. This time we can get Heath, Matt, and Mariah. Maybe we do all 4 of us on the bed.
That'd be fun. That'd be really fun.
Unfiltered on the bed.
Ooh, okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
I really like that idea.
I just came up with the thumbnail for you.
That's genius. Dude, you're on a fitness journey right now, right?
Yes.
You've been like, did you quit drinking for this fitness journey? Did you like what all have you done to?
So I'm very picky when I drink, right? Before I started, I was the every weekend type drinker. I would not like drink at like kind of like a couple of drinks with the friends. I drink to get drunk. Like I like to have fun. I feel like a lot of the people I hang out with, we all drink to get drunk because we all get stressed out through the week with work and whatnot. So we like to let ourselves go. And I was just like very over excessive with that lifestyle, and it was probably because I like didn't have that college life. Back at home. I went straight from high school, then got a job, and then I moved out here to do this. So I think it was just like almost like when I moved here, I almost went into college. This was like my college years.
Yeah.
So I kind of like went off on like the partying, and so I wasn't as bad as I was 8 years ago, but I was still like drinking every weekend, and I just don't want to do it anymore. It's just a lot. It's a lot on my body. I don't want to be paying for it when I'm like older. And if I have a wife and kids, I don't want like I want to start recovering. I want to start working out, eating better, so I could like just wake up better, get better sleep, be healthier, be happier, have a clear head, get my work done. And I want to be able to do that for at least a good amount of years before I have like a family life like you guys, because I don't want to be like, I don't want to have to like have a sharp, like an immediate change in my life if I have a girlfriend or
like
a wife.
you wake up all of a sudden, party life is over.
Yeah, I wanted to like kind of work my way and ease out of it where I'm not like,
just like doing a really hard like 180 shift from like crazy partying to okay, now I'm married with a wife and kids.
Exactly.
And,
I wanted to get out of that before that part of my life started.
Dude, I feel I was listening to you talking about like some of the challenges you're facing with the fitness journey and like dieting. Like, does it suck? I feel like I honestly eat so unhealthy. Like last night, I was listening to a podcast of you talking about being healthy, and I'm like downing like cookie dough, just like eating like half a bag of cookie dough. Like, oh, I probably should do that. But
what I'm doing is very strict, right? Like it's like we're doing this in 5-6 months, so like I have to focus. But I would say the first month is like the hardest, right? It's so hard to get past that, like those cravings and eating healthier stuff and not being able to eat pizza and pasta and all that. It's like my favorite things to eat. And cake, I have a big sugar addiction. I'm very addicted to sugar. Too. So it was hard to get past that. But by the second month, I was starting to, your ads will just change when you start working out like that and dieting, right? Your ads will start giving you a ton of healthy stuff and dessert, like what's the word? Alternatives and replace for everything. And so I started finding all of these like alternatives for like my favorite things to eat, and I've been implementing it in my diet, and I don't even want to go back. Because like the alternatives that I'm finding are just as good as like ice cream and cake.
What's the best alternative that you found?
I can show you after. I got some in my pantry. It's like, do you like cake batter?
Yes.
Like just like eating it straight from. Well, I found this peanut butter powder where you literally, it's just two scoops of the powder. You put it in a cup. You put a little bit of water in it. You mix it. And it tastes just like cake batter, and it's like 45 calories a serving, and it's like a lot, right? Like you can eat a whole mug of this and you still won't even hit like 200 calories.
I bet if you like have the actual stuff like later on, like once you're done with this whole journey, you'll like make yourself sick now.
Exactly. It's still good though. I mean, don't get me wrong. It still tastes yummy, but this makes me not feel like I need to. Like I'm just like, I got the good stuff. This is good. and it's healthier, and I'm counting everything now, which I see myself like doing for the rest of my life. I count everything I eat now. Like I have a scale, so if I get steak, I weigh it out. I'll put it in the calculator thing, like the app.
Even if you're at a restaurant?
I've done it before. I've brought it to restaurants.
You're like, I'm gonna do that.
You get out your calculator at the restaurant and you're like putting in all the numbers.
Yeah, the first like month and a half, I was bringing it everywhere I went out to eat because I needed to, right? Like I needed to like I needed to build a habit of making sure everything I eat is weighed out first. But now I'm able to like eye it.
Yeah.
So it's better.
You start to get a feel for it.
Exactly. Like I kind of know around what I'm eating. It's not probably exactly the amount of ounces or grams that it is, but I always go a little more. I always like if I'm eating a 5-ounce chicken, I'll put in the calculator like 6 or 7 just in case.
Yeah.
So I don't like go over my calorie count for the day.
Wow. Yeah. What's up with this trend in like everyone getting fit and having this like massive like change in their body? Because I would get recommended in my like YouTube feed, like Jason Nash, like you see him like before, like the before picture and the after picture, and then like Natalie, and then like all these like vlog spot people, like look at where they were and look at them now. It was just like, how did this get started?
It helps because like our friend Ilya, he started a fitness company called Zila Fitness, and there was always a gym at the house. People were always working out. And then I think after Ilya did his first transformation with one of his close friends, John, I think once we all saw that video, we all just kind of got this motivation to like, maybe we should hit the gym and try to watch what we eat too. And then I think we all started slowly. I mean, some of us were very committed. Some of us are just like kind of gradually getting into it. But I think, honestly, that first video really just kind of like opened our eyes to it. We're like, oh, maybe we shouldn't like go out and eat like and drink alcohol every week, and maybe take care of ourselves a little bit. We're getting older, and you know, a lot of us are like 27, 28, 29. I'm 30. This lifestyle will catch up to us if we just continue to live like that. So that's why we all got into our health kick.
Too, I bet it like inspires you.
Oh my, and it just feels better too. It feels so good waking up on a Saturday and Sunday morning, and you're not hungover, and you're just like, you know what, let me get some work done today. You know what, or you know what, let's get some brunch and then work on Sunday. It's just like, because when you're hungover, that like takes out like 2-3 days of your week. Like you feel like crap. I'm trying. You see how I'm trying to change my words. You feel like
he's currently censoring us,
guys. We had a conversation with Zane before this. We're like, oh yeah, we don't really like cuss on our podcast, and he's like, okay, I'll really do my best.
Which I like the challenge. I love the challenge of like trying to switch up the way I talk, because I don't have the best speech. Because I was never good at it in high school and middle school, but I like to challenge myself with the different rules on other podcasts. So.
Dude, you were saying you guys were all living together and you had a gym at your house, but then like you just didn't want to be fit at that time, or like now you're finally getting into it.
The gym that was at David's house it's kind of newer. I think it's been there for like a year and a half, 2 years.
Okay.
I would work out there sometimes, but like definitely not as much. It was not a daily thing for me. I would maybe work out every like 3 days.
Wait, did you guys ever all live together, or was that something that you guys all you kind of would film content but then live in your separate houses?
We did kind of like, maybe all of us all together lived in like 2 to 3 different houses. Like some of us lived here, some of us lived here, and then we started spreading out a little bit where like it started to become like 3 or 2 people here, 2 people here, and that's 100% because we're getting older. We're just like, we don't need to be living with like 8 people in one house. But like I live with Todd and Danielle.
Okay.
I feel like I'm from Florida, right? So I feel like in Florida, if you're like 30 years old living with other 30 years old, that's like really weird. But for some reason out here, it's like okay. Like we feel like it's okay to live together in a house. And you know, it's expensive too, like to be like living on your own too. So it's nice to like be able to like save a little bit of money and
that sounds so fun. Like Abby, like I was telling Abby a couple years ago, like it'd be so much fun to like live with a bunch of different couples and just like we could all hang out all the time, because I miss those days.
Same house or like same
house, just for a little bit, not forever.
Would you like that?
I think so. We like love hanging out with people.
I don't know. I just
we also went to college together, where like we were both like living with people then, and while we were still together.
And sometimes it gets lonely, like when you're at your house by yourself with your kids, like you love your kids so much, but you're like, I kind of want to talk to an adult that speaks English.
Yeah.
You know?
You guys should try to find a cul-de-sac where you all live, not in the same house, because that could be a lot with kids.
Yes.
You live on the same dead end like cul-de-sac.
I'm trying to convince him to do that. Actually.
Yeah, and then you get like a gate, right? It's like your own private little section with you and your friends.
I told Abby that like the other week. I was like, how cool would that be to be like wealthy enough to like buy a neighborhood and you just like have all your friends,
everybody that you like to live with you.
You have all of your friends move in.
That's what those rappers do.
Wait, you're kidding?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure like those rappers will like just buy the neighbor's house if they're complaining about the noise. They'll just buy the neighbor's house, move their friends in, just buy buy the whole. I mean, they have the money to do that. Like,
I can't imagine.
Dude, these people have the money to just buy a whole street. Just
that's crazy.
It's wild. But because it's rare that like there's two houses for sale like that are neighbors, right?
Yeah.
Right.
It's really hard to find. Me and Heath, like for the past 2 years, we've been trying to find houses that are on sale or either for rent or for sale, but like neighbors or right across the street, and it's really hard to find that.
Yeah.
So hard.
Especially because I feel like the market's so hot here. Like as soon as it's up for sale, it's gone.
Gone. Yeah.
Yeah. You said you're from Florida. Like, do you fish? Are you a fisher since you grew up in Florida?
No, that's Heath. That's a conversation for you and Heath.
Okay.
Heath was like 100% like the fisher. Like he's the guy that like would country music, loved hunting. You know, that was his lifestyle. I just worked at the airport.
Okay.
That was like my thing in Florida.
Nice.
I didn't have much hobbies out there, but I also didn't have a lot of like friends to do hobbies with, right? I had like a few, but you know, like everybody constantly worked and went to school. So like after high school, it was like kind of hard to like hang out with people because a lot of people went to college and that's where you usually like, you know, everyone's together. You guys are partying, you guys have class, but I never went to college. So I went to like a community college. So I would go to community college, go to work, and then go home. Okay. It was just I grew up very quickly.
Wow.
After high school.
And what part of Florida was it? Miami or?
Fort Lauderdale. Oh, like Plantation, Florida.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Nice.
Yeah, that's
where. Do you miss it? Would you ever move back?
No, I would never. I would never go because I don't like living. I never liked living in Florida.
Really?
It's too hot.
Oh yeah.
It's like I'm a very cold bodied. If I like cold. Cold bodied or warm bodied?
That sounds right.
I actually have no idea.
Okay,
to be honest.
I like to be like this weather is perfect because you get like it's very hot sometimes, and then you can get like that nice like cold like breeze like chilly.
You would hate Phoenix.
Here.
Yeah, you would hate Phoenix so much.
Yeah, no,
it gets to
I would
like
not
120.
Like
it's hot. It's hotter than Florida, bro.
Yeah.
Try being pregnant in that.
No way. Absolutely. Like being pregnant at first, that would not be fun.
It's like I feel like my temperature was like 20 above what you had to experience. I think it was like 140 for me.
Because you get hot flashes, right?
I had like an oven.
Does everybody get hot flashes, or just pregnant women get hot flashes?
No, I think that's like menopause.
Dude.
So it's a female thing.
Like an older
I don't know.
female.
I feel like I've had a hot flash when you're like walking outside and it's 120 and then the wind blows, but it's not just like a refreshing breeze. It feels like you're opening up the oven and just like the hot air blows in your face.
I get hot flashes when I'm about to have a panic attack. I feel like that's when a hot flash, like that film of heat.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, so I was listening to the first episode of your podcast with Heath.
Oh no!
And it was so. You guys are so fun. I wish Heath was here, but we'll have to do that another time. But you guys were talking about fishing together, and then you mentioned something that I thought was so funny to me because like where I grew up, this just wasn't common. But you guys mentioned like smoking or something. Like, did you smoke at high school?
I don't know if I smoked in high school. Maybe we did like smoking cigarettes. I never really did it until I met Heath. Okay. Then I started doing it a lot. But yeah, that was definitely a thing. That was definitely a thing in Florida. Like kids would go to the mall. You know, we thought we were cool. We were smoking cigarettes. We'd hide it like from like, you know, like the security.
Inside the mall.
No, not inside the mall. So the mall was an outside mall.
Oh, outside mall.
It was a very outside. There was inside and outside, but the outside part is where us scene kids would all meet together, right? All the big all big MySpace like famous people would all go to Sawgrass Mall. Oh, and this was like
MySpace.
Remember MySpace?
You were on MySpace?
MySpace? Yeah.
MySpace.
Yo, on MySpace?
MySpace.
Yeah, it was, yeah, you heard of MySpace, right?
Yes,
Duh,
I've heard of it.
You know MySpace.
Well, I mean, like, I just wasn't around when MySpace was a thing.
Oh, okay, so MySpace was a big thing in the scene emo community, and there was like...
You can leave that, by the way.
No,
you don't have to leave our little branding on there.
It was... you could be like MySpace famous, and there was MySpace famous people. I was not one of them.
You're kidding.
But it was like you would get like you have Drop Dead Jade, and she would show up to the mall, and she's like, you know, has like that raccoon hair.
That's like their username.
Yeah, Drop Dead Jade, and they'd have a little trademark in there sometimes, and you could put like, you know how you used to put like little emojis next to your name on MySpace.
That's hilarious.
What were they famous for?
Or Rainbow Kitty. They had Hillary Haywire.
I have to say, I was literally never on MySpace.
Oh my God, that time of my life was interesting. I can't believe my mom had to deal with that. Really? Like having to drop me off at the mall every Friday and Saturday night just to like be around these like MySpace like scene kids. Because I looked up to these kids. I wanted hair like them. I wanted to dress like them. I didn't know where to get those clothes from.
Do you have any pictures of this phase of your life? You should dig them. Call your mom.
I could send it to you to put up on here, but I'm not gonna be able to find it right now.
No, I'm not asking you right now.
I could give you guys something you can put it up here.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, I was so try hard. It wasn't even funny.
The first social media I was like old enough to have was Facebook. I really wasn't old enough for it.
Facebook was right after MySpace. That's when everybody started moving from Facebook to MySpace.
Yeah.
Really?
Or MySpace to Facebook. Sorry.
I was like in like 6th grade when I got a Facebook.
Was that before Vine? Was Vine even around when MySpace was like big?
No, MySpace was long gone when Vine came around. Yeah.
Okay.
And I think. Yeah.
Were you like? Did you have any like followers or whatever?
No,
on
MySpace?
No. This was everybody else. This was like other people on MySpace. I was just a MySpace user. I just wanted to be seen. I didn't want to be MySpace famous. That was not like a thing in my head. Like I just looked like I loved their style. Yeah. I just wanted to be like the kid with the hair like this, and the belt, and like the Vans with the shiny belt. Remember the shiny buckle belt, like the studded belts?
Okay,
that type of. It was that
I used to
era.
think the kids like with like really dark hair and just like kind of the gothic style. I thought that was
it was like
cool
it's like
when I was
half
a kid.
goth.
Really?
It's not full goth, because full goth is like full goth.
Gauges.
It was halfway. It was like half goth, and it was called Scene. And I don't even know how to describe it. It's
Scene,
SCENE.
What? Am I the only one
you know this?
I haven't heard of Scene.
I know this.
I'm like, I feel like I'm not.
It was like it's a very. Where are you from again?
We're from
the
Missouri
Midwest.
and Illinois.
Missouri and
I think
Illinois.
Missouri had Scene people.
Okay. Probably.
I'm sure they did.
That Midwest states had like those like Scene people.
I think I just knew about it from the internet, honestly.
Oh, okay.
I've never heard that term, but there was a kid that dyed his hair black in my middle school, and I thought he was so cool. And I asked my parents to let me dye my hair black too, and they wouldn't let me.
Your hair's pretty much black, actually.
No. There's a
like
black.
Like
yeah.
ink
There's
black.
a way. You have to dye it black if you want to be seen.
Yeah.
So the first like social media that you really like latched onto is Vine.
MySpace. No. I would say like I was the one that was putting like the coding to make my page look cool. Remember that? You could do that on MySpace. Oh, you never had a MySpace.
I never had it.
Okay, so you could like edit your profile, right? So I would go on the back end and you could like edit your profile to the way you want to make it look like. Okay. But it was all through coding. It wasn't like, you don't just go on like edit profile and then you like edit, right? Like we do now.
Yeah.
You like had to code it. Almost. Like it was like you had like half
and you're like in high school coding it?
Yeah, but like this was just the way to edit it. It wasn't like a hack or anything. That's just how you edited these profiles.
Interesting. That honestly sounds like the dark ages of social media.
Yeah. And I'm so glad I got to experience that, because like younger kids out, they just like don't understand like that we had to like.
Yeah.
You're like, we had to literally go in and do this by hand.
So sick.
This episode is sponsored by BetterHelp. We got issues. We're going to be the first ones to tell you that.
We got issues.
I feel like recently it's just hard to keep my brain clear with everything I'm balancing with both boys' schedules, work, life, balance of everything. It's just been a mess. And I feel like sometimes at night I get into bed and I cannot turn my racing thoughts off.
Can I be honest with you?
Yes.
I saw a mean comment the other day, and then I got on this huge like train of just like looking at negative comments and just like searching for them, where like you honestly, it's like trying to find the negative to see what like the haters are saying, and that like really got me down.
I hate that. And I hate that because I can totally relate to you. And so when your thoughts are racing, do not ever feel like you need to feel alone or you can't get help, because there's an awesome resource like BetterHelp. BetterHelp is entirely online and it's designed to be perfectly suited to you and your schedule. All you do is fill out an online questionnaire and they will match you with your own licensed therapist. And if it doesn't work out with that therapist, you can switch therapists at any time with no additional charge.
That's amazing.
Therapy is so important.
It is.
We keep saying this, but we need to get ourselves back into therapy.
What are we waiting on?
Let's do it together, guys.
Let's do it. Hey, let's do therapy as a team. Me and you. We
get individual and we get couple therapy.
Honestly,
and we'll do it at the same time as you guys.
Make your brain your friend with BetterHelp. Visit BetterHelp.com/unplanned podcast today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/unplanned podcast. So was your mom freaking out when you're like, hey mom, I'm going to move to LA to go make like videos on social media for my job?
Yeah. I mean, she was very, very scared for me. Like it was the type of reaction where it was just like, oh honey, you can come back if things get like, she didn't have like enough faith in me. She just didn't fully understand what Heath and I were posting on Vine for the past like year and a half, because it got to after posting for free for a year, and I'm saying for free as in like we just didn't even know it was like money in social media, right? But like we started like getting paid from like brands to like promote their stuff on a 6-second video where we were just like, wait, is this like a thing where like people do like for a job, like, or is this just for fun and people just still have a real job? And it just started to get to the point where we're able to just save so much money. We're like, oh, we can like move out of our parents' house. We can like move to LA and we could do what other Viners are also doing and just like collaborate and see where that goes.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what we did. But like Heath and I still like kind of stuck to ourselves when it came to like content creating.
Yeah.
We would meet up with people to like hang out but we would rarely like actually collaborate and make content. Like Heath and I like to just do that on our own because we felt comfortable like doing it with ourselves and just like doing it in the house. That we felt it was like the most fun to do that. But we just felt like it was important just to like meet people out there and just like find new friends and just see if we can like make a life out there and just just really have fun.
Totally. We're the same way. We have so many friends that we'll hang out with, and then we're finally like, wait a second, we all do social media. Like we probably should like make a video together at some point. Like, I don't know. It's just like you forget to collaborate because you're just having such a good time hanging out.
Exactly. And that's what it was, right? We, when we met Scott, Todd, and everybody, we were hanging out so much more than actually working that it got to the point where we were just like, oh, let's just like make content together because like, and I guess the best content comes out of if everybody's comfortable with each other or not, to be funny. And I think that's how it kind of happened, right? When people started watching us, we were all so close already that it looked like we were just we've been best friends for life. Yeah. Totally. Forever.
Totally. And what did your siblings think? Were they all still staying back in Florida? Like, okay.
Our siblings didn't really understand what we were doing. At the time. It was just our like parents that were really like kind of worried.
And you were like 20?
I was like 20. Yeah. Yeah. I was like 20, 21. Wow. I probably just turned 21 before.
No way.
That. Yeah.
Were you raised in a single parent household, by the way?
No. I have a brother.
Okay.
So my mom and my dad had me and my brother. They both divorced when I was really young. I was like 6 years old. And they both got remarried maybe like a year or 2 years later. And then I would go back and forth between households. And it was very interesting with my parents because they're both completely different religions. My dad is a Muslim and my mom is Catholic, but she's not like strict religious, but my dad is. So having to go back and forth as a kid because the rules were so different was insane. And to this day I feel like I have like just permanent like issues because of going back and forth. No, it's a lot because like you can't eat this here but you can't eat it you can't eat it there, and like there's just so many rules. And as a kid I feel like those rules were just started becoming like, oh, I have to say one thing at this house and then lie to somebody at the other house. And like I was starting to do that when I was young. And it's really weird now because like I don't lie at all now, but like I had to lie so much back then just to keep both parents happy.
Oh. Wow. So was one like pretty strict and one was not very strict?
Yeah, were they both pretty devout in those faiths?
They're both pretty strict. My dad was more religious strict. My mom is more like strict as in like you can't be out past 8 or past 9.
Yeah.
She's a firefighter and she's still a firefighter now. So she has like that, she has that like
discipline.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
That's really, really cool.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I was just curious, like when you're a parent, do you think you'll be strict too? Or you think that because you're raised like that, you're like going to be like a free for all?
I think there's a perfect balance, right? Like my mom, I would say both sides. My mom and dad both had a perfect balance of strict, right? I thank them every day with how they were strict on me because I felt like out of everybody that I like that I knew in school, I've always felt like my parents were the strictest out of everybody. Like all my friends' parents, they let them like go out, they would party, and I would always have to and that's why I never got like close with any of my like high school people because I never got to really hang out with anybody outside of school, which kind of sucked, but I feel like I would have completely lost myself if I like they let me do whatever I want. And because, you know, especially in high school, there's a lot of like, you know, drugs going on, a lot of drinking, a lot of just a lot of bad stuff that like now looking back, I'm like, we were still really young. Like that's a really
it's actually
crazy
scary
thing.
how young high schoolers are.
Yeah.
Terrifying.
What you're saying about, do you think you'll be a strict parent? I feel like after being raised by my mom and dad, I feel like there is a way I'm going to do it. And I think I'm going to do it right. Like, I'm pretty confident with how I'm going to, how strict I'll be with my kids. You can be too strict, right? Like,
Find a balance.
Yeah. Like,
we're still figuring that out for us. We're like, okay, who is going to be the strict one? Who's
You're
going to
be so much
who's going to be the
stricter.
good cop? Who's going to be the bad cop?
there's got to be one that's strict, right?
Yes.
I feel like there's always got to be one that's strict. It could be either of you. Maybe one of you could fake being very strict, but
like, okay, so like today, our son like reached into a toilet to like touch the water. He just wanted to play in the water, and he just doesn't understand it's a toilet. And I go no, and then Abby's like,
don't
you
yell at
can't.
him.
I'm like, I'm not yelling. I'm just making sure. Like, I don't want him touching poop on his hand. Like that's kind of nasty, right?
Yeah, but like but like a part of me is like, yeah, it scared them a bit, but like I feel like now their brain knew that okay, this was bad to do that.
Yes.
Like putting their hand in there.
That's true.
It's like dogs, right?
Yeah.
It's like when they hear the pot or when they hear the kibble or something, it's like in their head is like it's time to eat.
Yes.
When they're scared, it's like that was not good.
Boys too. I think it's good since we have boys that you're the stricter one.
It's so hard though.
Yeah,
they're freaking hilarious. Like he'll do something mischievous and he knows that it's wrong and he just like looks at me and
He'll
smiles.
wave if he's doing something
and
bad.
I go no. So that's why I had to do a stern no with the toilet because I'm like, dude, you can't touch poop in the toilet. Like
there was not poop in the toilet.
But there's probably poop particles in the toilet.
You're disgusting.
That's gross.
You gotta do it like scarily, but like not loud, but like instill a little fear, right? So like when you're looking at your kid and he's trying to do something bad.
Bottle?
No, you just do this. Just very lightly with your face. like just be very scary, but like very quiet, right? So it's almost like
that kind of scared
just
me.
Just bring that doll out.
Dude, what?
Okay, can we like? I need to take a video of this.
This thing has been looking at me this whole
That thing
time.
is freaking me out. Oh my gosh.
We should see if Griffin's afraid of that. Honestly,
That's so. What is that? I've seen that from some like horror movies.
that can be Heath for today.
Lionsgate sent me this because we did a video with
That's terrifying.
Look at that.
That's so freaky.
Bro,
That's
that's
actually
gonna be
really
me if I don't get my shit together.
Saw. Okay, that's the movie.
This is
Wow.
why you've stopped drinking so much.
Now we literally
look like that.
we literally just have that mannequin like in the middle of the floor. Wow, that's hilarious.
Hey, real quick, we are just thanking you in advance because I know the type of person listening to this podcast is an incredibly generous, kind-hearted, thoughtful person that likes podcasts.
We know that's you. We know that you're
We
a good
know
person
you are.
and you have a good soul and you're so generous that you would have the decency to just gently smash the like button on this
Gently
video.
and smash are contradictory.
That's true. Maybe gently tap the like button. Would that be?
I don't care how you do it. Just select like, and we will be very grateful to you.
Yeah, but make sure that you actually tap it though, because like if you only like barely touch,
You are a
this thing?
superhero for doing
Yeah.
so, and we won't bug you anymore, and we will get back to the episode,
Yeah.
but you're awesome.
Can we just give it up for them
Yeah.
for hitting the like button
You're
on the
amazing.
video? Wow. And that person that just left the podcast app to go to the YouTube video to hit the like button. Can we just give it
On
up for
every
them?
platform, you're
wow.
amazing.
Oh my gosh.
How did you do this?
Oh my gosh, they just left us a review. Oh my goodness.
Wow.
And back to the
I
episode.
love you.
I have to get a certain amount of steps every day. Like no.
How many steps are you shooting for?
I have to like 12,000 steps a day.
Okay.
Wow.
I can't be under that. Like I need to get
a lot.
anyway, either running, hiking, walking, even slow walking. Any way to get the 12,000 steps, I just need to get every day.
Wow.
It sucks.
You just,
But I swear it's the secret though, that those steps really count.
I
Even
feel
when
like
you're
it
walking.
burns calories just like without you even really thinking about it.
Really though, I feel like when I walk, I'm just like, I didn't really do anything.
I know but like all the as every day, just look at yourself after a month.
yeah,
And it's like,
okay.
oh my God, it's working. And
It
I'm just
probably
walking.
makes you just generally less lazy in the day too.
Yeah, it really does too. It makes you feel like you're just like, moving your body.
You're like, oh, I can
your
go do
body's like a
something else.
machine, you have to like constantly move it.
Totally.
I try not to like just lay down for like hours anymore because it really it tightens me up and like I feel like I like my
You need to have a
back hurts.
kid. They will literally
Yeah.
not let you lay down ever.
You should. Yeah, if you have a kid, it's proven to actually make you never
I wonder
need to lay
how,
down.
check your health app right now, how many steps you're getting because of your kids.
Well, my thing goes off every day. My goal is
shoot.
10,000.
Oh, that's good. That's great.
I've been doing that.
Does it actually do that? Because I feel like mine never shows me.
Oh, you have to have your phone on you though.
Oh, okay.
So I have the Apple Watch, which tracks now my steps.
I have 6,500 steps from today.
That's good.
So that's pretty good. My week is 7,000 on average.
See, you got to up
See,
that.
you're beating me though.
You got up a little bit more.
Exactly.
Yeah.
A video that I thought was really, really fun to watch is you getting surprised with the person of your dreams, Kendall Jenner. I mean, yeah, that's the person you've always like looked up to, right? Like you're a big Kendall Jenner fan.
No. I just did another podcast where I was talking about this. It's yeah, it was just a surprise. It was I don't know what it was for David, right? David, I think David was close with her. He's like, "Oh, we should do this as a surprise," and I mean, it worked, right? It was honestly crazy seeing her, but it was not like I wasn't like it's not like my biggest idol.
Who would be your dream girl that you get surprised with?
If you got surprised with anybody in the world, who would it be?
Good question.
And that person would just be like the best.
I feel like it's really hard to say now. Let me try to think of somebody that
you can't choose someone that's married.
Oh, not someone that's married. Wait,
I thought you were going to say you were choosing someone that's married.
Oh, like that he would like? I think it could be anybody. It could be a dude.
Okay.
Like it could be like anybody.
I thought you mean being surprised by.
Oh, I thought you were saying like dream girl.
Oh, I mean, I think my question is like if you could be surprised by
surprised by anybody.
Okay, never mind.
Yeah,
sorry.
like literally anyone.
I'm gonna try to think of somebody like from like when I first moved out here because I feel like now I like just.
Oh, you've like met some cool people.
I just can't. No, okay. It's not even that. No. Okay. There's but like I think living here for the past 8 years now, I just like don't really want to meet people anymore or meet celebrities. No, because I feel like a lot of times it's scary. It's like you don't know, like that meeting could like completely ruin like your image of them.
Yeah, like don't meet your heroes.
Yeah, I try not to like if I see somebody like that like I'm a big fan of. I just like look at them and then I'll like walk away. I'll never come up to them and say hi. Never.
Because you've
in case.
You've had it ruined before. So there's been people that you've like gone up and said hi to and they were just a jerk to you.
No, that hasn't happened to me, but it has happened to other people.
Okay.
And there are moments when people have come up to me and I probably wasn't in a good mood or I was in a hurry or I was in a rush. And then I'll see they say something like, that was the worst experience of meetings I've ever had. No. And when I saw that, I was just like, oh, okay. There's just like, it happens. And so now I try to avoid that because I don't want to be let down.
Dang.
Like I let some people down.
Dang.
Oh,
I'm sorry, guys.
I'm sorry, guys.
There's days where like you're either in a rush or having a bad day or you just find out something and like immediately somebody comes up and it's like, I'm not good at holding when I'm like in a bad mood, I'm really bad at hiding it.
Yeah.
Me too.
Really bad at hiding it. It's a big problem of mine. So I'm still working on it though.
No, I feel that like we've had dinners where like we're just not. I don't know. Like with marriage comes ups and downs, and so there's like times where it's just like you're not in the best mood, and then someone like immediately like comes over and it's like, oh my gosh, I love to watch your videos, and we're like, what up? Like how's it going?
You have to be so smiley then.
Which like I mean we don't like pretend that we don't like have problems in marriage like here and there, like everybody does. Every relationship has ups and downs, but no, but like also people just like sometimes need to have their privacy, and so
exactly.
I try to remember that though, because I'm like, okay, this could be this is this person's like impression of me. Like I want to make sure that every experience is like really good. So I try to remind myself that even when I'm like feeling like crap, you know, I'm just like, oh, this stage sucks.
That's good. I should be more like you. I should learn to do that more.
I was crying at the airport though. You remember that? I was crying because we just left Griffin for the first time and I was like, no, I'm so sad. I was crying and someone comes up and asks for a picture. And there's a picture of me out there somewhere. Tears just like down my face. Just like smiling at this person.
That's funny. Now, speaking of marriage though, have you guys ever seen that clip? I say the clip of TikTok because that's where I saw it, but there's a clip on TikTok where it was this lady and it was like my favorite thing that someone's ever said about like a marriage. Like she said, if anybody tells you a marriage is like 50-50, they're bullshit. Do you know which one I'm talking about?
We sent to each other.
That's my favorite clip of somebody talking about a marriage. When I watched that, I was just like, wow, I can't wait to instill that in like my marriage, like, you know, when I'm married with my wife. I'm having such a hard time saying that because I feel like I'm never gonna find anybody.
No, this
You're
is
gonna
why
find
I was
someone.
asking about Dream Girl, because I see this for you, like a clip
Yeah.
of this, and then stitched with like your wedding day, and it's like your girl. So
I don't know what your audience.
It's really hard to say. Everybody I'm obsessed with, they're married already.
okay, yeah, that's why I said. That's why I
That
said you
makes
can't say
sense.
something. Just,
But can I tell you like my type?
Yeah,
like
what is your type?
perfectly?
Yes.
Mila Kunis is like.
wait, that's why is that yours too, though?
Is my
Wait,
exact.
Who is Mila Kunis?
Mila
I'm sorry.
Kunis, Ashton Kutcher's wife.
Ashley-
You and
okay,
my dad
I
always
know
talk
Ashton
about
Kutcher.
Mila Kunis.
No, that's not her.
Caught.
That's I literally
Selma
don't
Hayek, Selma Hayek.
Salma Hayek.
Dude, she's beautiful.
Yeah, she is. She Salma Hayek though reminds me of like my girlfriend's mother.
Yeah,
She's like my girlfriend's
she's-
mother. I don't know what it is about it. Like she's
mature.
what?
She's mature.
She's mature.
Okay, wait. So what about Mila Kunis?
Sorry about the fly.
So we can put it out there, like what qualities.
Yeah.
Have them come to the podcast comments, be like, I think I'm a lot like Mila Kunis.
Oh, are you gonna help me?
Yeah.
Well, okay, we like 90% of the people watching this are women. So like our audience is very much
And your
female.
age.
Mine
Also,
too.
wait, what is your demographic? Is it mainly dudes? Like
It's like 90% female.
Oh, really?
Okay.
Yeah.
Really? Okay. I would have never guessed since you're like it's like Zane.
I know, three boys, I know.
I would have thought it would have
It's
been
great.
like just a bunch of dudes.
I
but-
think we're just like
Interesting.
we don't talk about a lot of things that guys are like into
Okay.
on our show.
yeah.
We talk a lot about like pop stuff and we make a lot of like
You're chit chatty.
chit chat. Yeah, I feel like girls like listening to more chit chatty stuff,
Yeah.
like
Yes.
feeling like they're there and like.
Yeah.
But guys want to watch football podcasts and guys.
Do you watch?
I personally don't. I personally don't like to talk about anything
Do you watch
guys
football?
are like into.
Do you watch football or watch
No,
sports?
none of my family members have ever really been into sports. So I think growing up, I just never.
Really? So then, did you spend time making videos? Like, is that what?
I was on the computer a lot.
Okay.
I loved going on the computer. I would go on Tumblr. I would watch different videos of. I would watch like a lot of movie scenes. Like I loved watching scenes in movies, like
Yeah.
just like different ones that I could find, which is interesting because now looking back, I should have like taken advantage of that, or I should have followed that path because now I love like making, producing like videos
Would
and
that
like.
kid, that young Zane, ever think that one day he would end up in a Drake music video with Justin Bieber?
No, never. Oh my God, never ever. When they asked me to be in that, I thought it was a Drake Bell music video. They're like, when they said Drake, I was like,
Get into music.
I was like, oh, there's no way it's Drake, right? It's probably Drake Bell, like
Yeah.
another Drake.
Yeah.
They're like, no, like Drake. I was like, me? Is it because somebody else is not like am I replacing somebody else? Like what's going on? They're like, no, they wanted you in the music video. I was like, who else is in the music video? And they say the other guys. I'm like, why would they want me? Like it just didn't make sense to me. It didn't make sense. But like, I didn't question it. I just hopped on a plane and then I went and did it.
That's so sick.
Yeah, and I was like in the video like quite a bit. Like I thought I was, you know those opportunities they ask you to do something and it's like complete opposite of what you expected. Like
Yeah.
I thought it was gonna be like an extra. Like
Yeah,
I was gonna be
yeah.
an extra in the back, and I was thinking that the whole time flying back. I'm like, I just left my mom to do this music video. I'm probably going to be an extra. This is going to be such a waste of time, but like, I have to do it since I was asked, and like this opportunity probably won't happen again.
Totally, yeah. When we do like all those music videos, we're usually just like the extras in the back. In the back.
And I've done it before.
Yeah.
I've been asked to do a
joking.
lot of stuff where I'm the extras. I'm an extra in the. So I wasn't like, I wouldn't have been surprised if.
No,
it ended up being
we've
that.
never been in a music video.
Were you
ever.
starstruck? Like, or have you like met enough people where you're kind of like you see them just as peers?
I was starstruck. Maybe after meeting the first like three celebrity, or after seeing them first three celebrities, and then it just became like because they're just like us.
Yeah.
They are just like the rest of us. Nothing important. They're just in front of the camera a lot.
Yeah.
They're just in front of the camera a lot, and that's it.
And they all poop.
Yeah.
Like,
When I'm only starstruck with like anybody from the cast of Game of Thrones, I see them
Really?
in person. I'm just frozen. Yeah.
Who did you meet?
I've met Maisie Williams from Game of Thrones.
Wow.
I've met
who does she play? I'm sorry.
she have Arya Stark.
Oh, okay. That's dope.
You're You've never watched Game of Thrones.
I don't know the actors' names. I just know their faces. Like
He's
if I
not
saw
like
You
them,
don't know
super
Arya
fan.
Stark? So you're not a big fan of
no,
Game
I
of
know
Thrones.
Arya Stark, but I
You
didn't
didn't
know
know the
Maisie,
actress's
the actress's
name.
name.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's
Yeah.
like, oh wait, come again.
I was about to
Which
walk
one
off
is
this
she?
set.
Yeah.
Yeah, I met her, and I also met I forget her name. She played the younger. Remember the girl with the gray skill on her face?
Yeah.
I met her too.
I can't think of her name.
okay.
But
We
I
actually
haven't
went
met
to where they
anybody else on
filmed
there.
that in Dubrovnik.
We did.
A
We
lot
went to
of stuff.
Dubrovnik and saw the
like where they
city.
do the Walk
It was
of Shame.
really cool, dude.
Oh, that's sick!
You
I've
go
always wanted to
there
visit there.
and everything, because Game of Thrones is like their biggest claim to fame there. Even though there's like a ton of history that happened,
Yeah.
but everything there's like Walk of Shame drink, Walk of Shame appetizer,
really? They,
like
they'll-
t-shirts. You could get your picture taken on the Iron Throne. Like they had
They're taking advantage of it.
Yeah.
I love that.
It's so
That's
Yeah.
so sick.
And then we did this Game of Thrones tour where they're like, this right here is where this person got their head chopped off. And if you come over here, it's just like so funny.
No,
like
it was
seeing
cool.
all the different scenes.
because
That's
the
really
game,
funny.
like where they do the Walk of Shame, like that
Yeah.
wasn't actually heard.
I would recreate it. Like I would get naked right in
Yeah.
the middle of it, and I would just do it. I'll have my friend film it for a video. Oh my god,
They'd probably love
Worth
it. They'd be like,
I heard-
yes, this is the place.
I heard they had a body double for that because I was like, that's a crazy scene to film. Like
It did
and-
look very like when you look at it again, go back and watch it. You could tell it's CGI. I actually
It's
noticed
CGI?
it the first time we watched it. Like I looked up close. I was like, that's 100% CGI. There's no
Yeah.
way. And just knowing the actress too, like I've watched interviews.
Yeah.
She doesn't seem like the actress that would want to do a scene like that.
Well,
like
there's so
it's a
many
very
people.
crazy scene to
Very
like
vulnerable.
do. Yeah. For anybody, like to be in front of hundreds of people like that and like in a scene like that, it's very
and the nature
degrading.
of it too. It's super. That would mess with you.
Yeah.
We never
for
got
sure.
back to your type. You were talking about your
Yeah,
type.
wait, oh yeah, shoot. What is your type?
Oh, okay.
You really want to know?
You want like looks or more like personality?
Both.
A sense of humor is very, very important. I feel like, especially with like what I'm doing or who I'm with every day. I feel like
Yeah.
we all have like the same sense of humor. Just someone who's like just down to like have fun and be funny, and
Yeah.
someone I could joke around with. Like we just like kind of on each other. I think that's always like fun. A girl who cooks, because I suck at cooking. I really suck at cooking, and normally I feel like girls like to find guys that cook, but I really have to find a girl that like knows how to cook because I suck.
Can you grill though? Like I feel like grilling is pretty
I could grill
'Cause I don't really cook.
I think it's like the putting stuff concocting
Yeah.
together that I'm
The
really bad
mixing.
at.
Abby's
Yeah.
so good. I didn't even I just got lucky because
Yeah.
I really, really like food. So I feel like I would suck at doing this like fitness challenge that you're doing because I love food so much. Like she made us homemade pretzels the other night and
Yeah.
they were delicious.
Homemade pretzel,
homemade
like you
pretzels.
baked it in.
like
Oh my
soft
God.
pretzels.
She made the dough from scratch, dude.
Yes, that sounds amazing.
Yeah.
I could
That's
definitely.
right.
I could grill though. I could.
Yeah.
I can perfect my grilling.
Yeah.
That's the one thing I'm like,
Just so,
I'm not
just
gonna
so
grill.
we can like 50-50. She can
Yeah.
like in the kitchen. I'll be on the grill.
What's the look? Are you into blondes, brunettes, someone tall, someone short?
Like medium rare. We're talking about burgers, right?
Yeah, burgers.
That was good.
I'm definitely more into like brunettes for some reason. I like dark features, like dark eyebrows, dark eyes, darker skin. I don't know. I think it's because it's the Arab in me too, because Arabian, like Lebanese girls, Arabian women, they have dark features too. So I think that's like what I like too.
Okay.
That's what I would want in my girl, my type.
Nice. Wait, okay. I'm so sorry. Did you say that you had a girlfriend? 'Cause you mentioned like a girlfriend, and then I was like, wait, are we asking you your type, and then you also have?
Oh no, I don't have a
Okay,
girlfriend. Right
okay,
now.
good. I
No,
was like-
did I say girlfriend?
You mentioned like something about like if I had a girlfriend, something earlier. And
Yeah, if I had a
Okay,
girlfriend.
yeah.
He said,
You mentioned something about if I had a girlfend.
I don't know if you said it that way. You said something about
like something like that. Yeah, no.
Like
Yeah,
his
no, I don't have
girlfriend
a
must be
girlfriend
really
right now.
mad right now if we're just talking about his type.
and then she's like blonde. cooking.
I'm also scared. That always scares me to like describe my type, because I don't want to make it seem like, oh, all he cares about is this.
yeah.
That's why I'm like kind of like I'm trying to go back and forth between looks and personality.
Yeah.
Like, and I was just overthinking it. I was scared.
That's so funny.
I always get scared of the way I'm saying something, because I feel like it could be perceived differently when people
Yeah.
are watching it. So I get like a little scared when
Well, that's what sucks about social media is like if you could explain yourself about everything you say, yeah, you wouldn't like offend anybody. But it's just like when you make a statement and then maybe it gets clipped and then someone sees it and they take it out of context and then someone's offended and it can be messy.
Isn't it crazy? Like, it's crazy that now when I do podcasts, I'm not even really like worried about people watching the podcast. It's just the clips on TikTok.
Yes.
Right.
Isn't that crazy?
Yes.
It's the clips on TikTok you have to worry about instead of like the actual episode. Because the actual episode is not like when you watch the whole thing, you're not really like paying attention too much of certain like or specific things. But like a 15-second TikTok, you're like really you're honing down to everything they're saying.
Well, if it's taken out of context too, like the clips have really gotten.
Yeah, I know it's funny you mentioned that because I saw a clip of you on TikTok that was like you like announced, it was like this big announcement on your podcast and you're like, I got served for the first time. I'm going like into court, and it was so funny. And then like everyone in the comments is guessing about what the court case is about, and it's just like,
but, my God. If they just watch it, it has nothing to do with anything. It's just like I think it had something to do with one of the music videos that I did. I believe it was about the WAP video or something like that. It was something in that world where my video was like the foundation of it, but like had nothing to do with me. I didn't have to like, I wasn't getting in trouble or anything.
I just thought that was so funny. And like, and you said you got an email that said you had to show up in court. I'm like, crap, dude, I never check my email. So if I got an email saying I needed to show up in court,
that's how they let you know.
I would be so screwed.
I'm not sure if that's how they let everybody know, but like I know they definitely do stuff through email.
We're so screwed. Abby checks our email. So thank you, babe.
Sometimes
I check my spam folder all the time because there's so much that goes into spam folder and junk. Yeah. I miss a lot. One after it was like 2 years. One day I was like, let me check my junk folder, and the amount of important emails that I missed was.
Oh shoot!
A nightmare. So now I check it every.
Okay, I'm gonna like hurry and go check my email. After
you should. Podcast. You should. You can check it out right now. I'll wait.
Okay. Dude, about getting married. Like, I heard you say something somewhere about wanting to like wait until your fitness journey was over until you started like dating again. Are you like actively taking? Are you taking a break?
I was kind of kidding.
Oh, but, you were. Okay.
I feel like I want to just finish this because I'm so focused on it. Right. Like right now, I'm focused. Half my day is like in my head is like steps.
Wow. You don't want to take a girl on a first date and then take out your scale and start weighing something.
I'm probably gonna want to have a couple drinks, and in the back of my head, I'd be like, Zane, like you just stop drinking. You shouldn't be drinking. Like, but I don't. And it's because I get like, especially on a first date, I'm obviously nervous, just like anybody else would be. And so I'd rather just like finish this because this is all I'm thinking about right now. And then when December ends, then that's like off my plate, off my shoulders, and like then I can start dating.
That's funny. Most people start their fitness journeys right after December, and that's when you're going off there.
Yeah, but I'm still gonna keep going. I'm not like done. I'm still gonna implement this lifestyle. Like I'm gonna stick with it.
It's funny you mentioning getting nervous because someone like you, I don't know. I think like I get nervous, but like nobody else gets nervous. Like like Zane probably never gets anxious or nervous because he's done this for so long. Has that gotten better as you've like made more content, or do you still get like nervous just like you did in the beginning?
No, I think it's actually getting worse. The first like few years, I feel like my confidence was through the roof. Not like in a bad way, but like I felt so comfortable being on camera. I was actually the most unhealthiest at my most unhealthiest at the time. Really? I was big and chubby, my beard, I didn't really take care of myself, but like I felt honestly the most confident. I was just like, just had the camera in my face. I would talk to the camera. I wouldn't really stutter a lot. I was not nervous or had any anxiety. And then it just over the years just started getting worse and worse. I think it's just because more people started watching. So I just started overthinking everything. Yeah. And then I would see a comment here and there of talking about just like the quality of the videos or something happening around the friend group or anything. It just started eating me up, and like it started making me feel like I had to watch everything I posted. And then it just got to the point where I was just like, oh my God, I just don't want to post videos anymore. And that's like why I stopped.
I'm so sorry.
Oh no, it's fine. It's fine. Yeah, thank God we have the podcast now, because the podcast, it's a completely different world, right? Like four friends sitting on a couch. It's almost like you're just, having a conversation with your friends. That's much more different than like holding out a camera and expecting everybody around you to have to like interact with you for your video. And it's like, I always felt weird asking people to help me in my videos, but like, because it's a podcast and, it's me and Heath's or like the four of ours, it's easier to like come together. You don't feel like people are doing something for you. You're all doing it for each other.
Yeah.
In a sense. So like,
watching the vlogs, it seemed like from an outsider looking in, it looked like it was just the craziest, most elevated, fun experience.
Oh,
like,
absolutely, it was.
It was. Oh, so
yeah,
that's really cool because like even the birthday vlog where you met Kendall Jenner.
Yeah,
you're riding like a bull, and then there's like this really cool cake. And just like so many fun things. Like I'm like, that looks like the craziest, coolest.
At that time,
day.
I was still like, I feel like my anxiety didn't even really hit that much at that time. I was like, I was doing great for the first, like, I would say like 7 years, 6-7 years. I was doing amazing. And then I think it was like maybe right before the pandemic. It was like right around that time where it really, I started like just panicking and like having panic attacks. And that's when I was like, oh, I definitely need medication. Like I'm starting to get like really bad anxiety where I don't want to be on camera, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And then starting from then till now, I've been spending my past 4 years like trying to figure out like what medication to take, like what should I be doing? That's why I started working out. That's why I'm eating better. It's like I'm making these changes to help me just feel better and be able to get work done and not spiral. That fly is driving me crazy.
Saw that fly like going around. No, I
don't even know how it gets in the house. It like it settles here and then it just doesn't go away. And I swear, I don't know where it comes from.
I appreciate you being vulnerable about that because like I can so relate. And I used to get like the craziest pressure in my chest. Like before going to school in high school, I was like, man, I just like, what are people going to think about me? Like, what if I did something stupid? I want to be accepted. I want to be cool. I don't want to be a loser. And it's just like all these thoughts and then you can't sleep at night because it's like keeping you up. But what's crazy is for whatever reason, like having a relationship with Abby, like really helped me out of that. Like I felt like she really knew me and she knew me better than anybody else did. And so like, I don't know. I feel like I want you to find that person because I don't know where you're at in your journey, but like, I feel like that's going to be just the best to have that person that you can truly be completely, utterly vulnerable with and they'll just accept you as
I can't wait for this girl to surprise me. Just like come out of nowhere because that's I'm gonna probably lose all my friends. It comes as such a like surprise and shock where I'm just like, guys, I don't know what to do. But you know, I love that feeling though, where it's like it comes out of nowhere and you're talking to all your friends like, I like this girl, but like, and like just getting advice on like even just like after the first, second day, just like asking for all this like advice. I'm gonna need a lot of advice.
Have you had a lot of serious relationships?
No, I haven't. I had like one serious relationship, but like that ended after like 7-8 months and I haven't had one since. But I also wasn't actively looking for one. I wasn't really like going on dates. I would you know, sometimes I meet girls out, but definitely not the first thing in my mind was like I need to find a girlfriend or I need to what's the word?
Like get married or settle
down.
Settle down. Like, okay, this girl, I need to settle down with her. Like there's always been this giant wall, right? But like if once I find that girl, I go right over. Right over and that wall's completely down.
Yeah, no, it's funny.
The next thing you know, you got 2 kids.
Yeah. I could.
Do you want kids? Is that going to be a thing? Like,
depending on the girl, right? Like, it all depends on the couple. Like, if you want kids or not.
Totally.
It all depends.
Because it's like now you have another person that also is a part of that decision, and like us right now, we just had 2 babies back to back, so we don't know what we're going to do next, and we decided, hey, let's just take some time and see how we feel in a couple of years, because right now we have our hands full. So like it's totally cool to, I don't know, think on that. If you guys can slide into Zane's DMs right now, if you
were like Mila Kunis.
If you look like Mila Kunis.
Actually, no. First, go to their Unplanned podcast Instagram page, so it could be filtered out to me, right?
Oh my god!
First it's gonna filter out through Abby, then filter out through him, and then it will get to me. So we're gonna have a little like audition process.
Gotcha. Yeah. But if you want to do the unfiltered way, go to their unfiltered Instagram, and like it'll be all unfiltered for them.
Yeah, we'll have Jordan and Mariah go through all of them.
That's hilarious.
I want you to find that person. I don't know. I mean, it's just talking.
Yeah, I feel like I will. I just gotta trust the process. Like totally. I'm just like expecting it to surprise me. Like I think it's gonna come out of nowhere.
Hearing like about your life, I'm like, we were so
he was telling me in the other room, like you guys like just skipped like that college phase was.
So we're probably gonna do it once we're empty nesters, like when we're like
when you're like older, your kids are grown up.
20 years from now, when I'm 45, I'm gonna just like go crazy. Like
you know what? I love that idea. I think that's a great idea, and I think that's a healthier idea than doing it all when you're younger too.
But then maybe we won't bounce back.
We're gonna be the weird, like the weird 45-year-old couple.
No, I think you guys are gonna be the fun like couple, the fun older couple for sure. You guys have kids. They've already gone to college. They're good kids. It's not, they're not like bad kids, right? It's not like a family crumbled apart. They're in college. They're doing great. You guys are celebrating their life and all the hard work you've put into them. And now you're gonna start drinking. I don't know.
Yeah, then
maybe I'm projecting what I want to do onto you guys.
Yeah.
I'm like, that sounds pretty fun. I kind of want to do that.
Yeah,
too.
we do that.
I was thinking of that earlier when I'm like, okay, I really need to watch my words here, because like whatever Zane wants to do is what Zane wants to do. Like you don't need to get married. You don't need to settle down. Like you can do whatever the freak you want to do.
Yeah, exactly. I get to do what I want to do. This is my life.
Exactly. You're right.
You should be wild forever.
But I know. But like when I'm 40, 45, I know it's gonna hit me. Like that loneliness is gonna be the worst feeling. So I do hope that. Hello? Oh, I forgot there was somebody else here. I'm like, someone's walking through the dock. This is not good, guys.
I was like, is someone intruding into this house right now?
It's happened before. You know how many people have broken into my house? Like front door. Psh,
No.
Yeah. Scary.
That's terrifying.
Dude, this city is wild.
House?
No, not this house. In close to Studio City.
Was it because of you like being, a social media person, or was it just like breaking in just to break
I don't know.
in?
Maybe it was. We never caught the guy, so like who knows? But like we saw like
They
footage.
literally kicked down the door.
Doosh.
And you weren't home though.
That time I wasn't home.
Oh gosh.
One time we were home, me, Natalie, Todd, we were all sleeping, and a person came right into the house.
That's
right
terrifying.
into the house. Was in the house for maybe 15, 20 minutes in our house while we were sleeping.
15, 20 minutes?
Yeah.
I watch way too much Dateline.
When we saw that footage at like the next, like it was at like 3 days later,
Wait, you woke up in the morning, you didn't know someone had been in the house?
No, well, because I couldn't find my car keys. It's like, and I'm the type to lose my stuff a lot. So like it was very normal. I'm like, I can't find my car keys. And then after a day of like not finding, I was like, okay, I got to check the cameras. Like there's no way my keys are missing. This is really weird. We look at the footage and we see somebody breaking into our house.
That is
Stop.
That is terrifying.
Terrifying. So he was trying to steal. I used to have a Lamborghini Urus. I know.
What?
I don't have it anymore. I went to the Tesla now.
Oh, okay.
I don't need a car like that. And so thank God Todd was parked behind me, and Todd had his keys on him in his bedroom.
So he couldn't get out.
He couldn't get it, but like that car would have been gone. But I'm pretty sure cars like that, they have like GPS systems, right? But I'm sure whoever's stealing it, I'm sure they know exactly what to do with it if they steal a car.
That's so bold to
That's
like come
really,
into
really
your
scary.
house and hang around.
It's crazy. I think it's crazy that somebody has the balls to like walk into a house when people have guns. Like if somebody wakes up and they have a gun and you're in their house, or if I was breaking into a house and that person like has a gun, like there is a good chance that they're gonna shoot you. Like
in Arizona too.
Yeah.
Like,
well, and you're from Florida. Like I feel like everyone in Florida has a gun. So like you break into
everybody
into a
in
house,
Florida
like,
has guns. Yeah, like it's scary. Like people like breaking in. You don't know what they're going to try. You don't know if they're going to kill you. There's been, especially lately, there's been just so many people just breaking in. They're trying to steal something, but they don't mind popping a bullet in them before going. Like people are so just like,
no, that's terrifying.
They just don't care. They don't care about other people's lives. And yeah, that's just scary.
Well, I hear our son waking up from his nap, so I feel like
what do you mean?
I feel like we gotta.
It's nice hearing a baby.
I know. This is
you
what
hear that a lot.
You got to get used to that. You hear that cry? Like,
no, maybe he won't. Maybe he'll just be.
I thought it'd be funny. I'm like, have you ever held a newborn before?
I haven't in a long time, but I'd like to hold one. I'd like to hold one today.
After this,
we could do it.
Yeah,
we could do it on the show.
Yeah.
For the ladies to see how I am as a dad.
Totally.
Okay.
What if we'll like take a video and we can put it up on the podcast Instagram?
Absolutely.
That's what we'll do.
Let's do it.
Well, Zane, it's been so fun talking to you.
Imagine we kept going for 30 more minutes, and the entire time you were watching, like, you guys are gonna grab the baby?
No, I'm like sweating. I need to go get
Abby
him.
is like, Matt, let's go get our child.
Okay.
But hey, you can find Zane on Zane and Heath Unfiltered. He's also on Instagram. He has a YouTube channel. I don't think you post there anymore.
I don't anymore, so you guys don't need to go there. But we are very active on our podcast channel, youtube.com/Zane and Heath. We post there every week.
And I'm really excited to see the documentary that you're making about your fitness journey.
Yes, that'll come out January 1st on the Zila fitness page.
Okay, very cool. But Zane, so nice meeting you. Thanks
She's
for letting
so
us.
innocent.
Yeah, we gotta go.
Get me out.
And as always, this is where we say peace out, dudes.
Let's do it.
3, 2, 1.
Peace out, dudes.